Hey guys, it's Kayla, and today I have a birthday book haul! Okay, I'm gonna put these books down now. But anyway, so as you may have heard if you watched my last book haul video, June book haul, for my birthday, my mom asked me what I wanted to do, and I said, go to Barnes & Noble with Caitlin and Shay. So that's what we did, and we went to Barnes & Noble and Target, and I may have bought 17 books. You heard me, 17. But anyway, it was such a fun experience because I just got to go to Barnes & Noble and like just grab all these books, and it was literally the best thing ever. And don't worry, all I asked for my birthday was book money and Barnes & Noble gift cards, so in reality this did not cost me that much. And I'm so thankful that I could do this, and I'm really excited. I don't know where I'm going to fit them on my bookshelves, but I'm getting more shelving and rearranging my room soon, so they'll find a place eventually. Probably. Anyway, so I'm Kayla, welcome back to my channel, and today I have, as I've already said multiple times, I'm going to say it one more time, a birthday book haul! So, let's just get into the video and let me show you all these amazing books that I just got! So for the sake of this video, I'm not going to tell you a detailed synopsis of every single book because then we would be here for an hour and I don't think you guys want to sit through that. So I'm just going to basically tell you a little bit about it and the title and the author and that stuff. So the first book in this haul is Brightly Burning by Alexa Dawn, and it's a retelling of Jane Eyre. Sorry. Ooh, I can balance this on my head. Okay, and so it is a sci-fi type of book. It takes place in space on a spaceship, and I don't really find myself reaching for that genre, so, and I've heard a lot about this from booktubers, and so I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try. So here we are, Brightly Burning by Alexa Dawn. The next book in this haul is Sweet Black Waves by Cristina Perez, and so basically this book is about two kingdoms, and of course it's about like a star-crossed love, and it's based off of Tristan and Isolde, so it's based off of like not actual, but like legend story, I don't know how to say it, and it's a retelling, and basically I'm all for star-crossed romance books, love those, and it's about two kingdoms. It's a high fantasy series, and that basically just hooked me because what more could I want in a book? So it's basically about two people from two different kingdoms falling in love, and there's magic involved, and that's why I bought this book. Moving on. So the next book in this haul is Dread Nation by Justina Ireland, and this book piqued my interest when I watched a booktuber's haul. I don't remember which one, but I saw this in a haul and I was like, oh my gosh, I need that book. So it basically follows Jane McNee, I want to make sure I got her name right, and she was born 2 days before the battles of Gettysburg, and basically in the Civil War in America. But the thing is, during Gettysburg in the Civil War, zombies start rising up from the dead. What? And so it's years later, they're basically fighting zombies, and the South, the Confederate, wants their land back and wants to continue the Civil War. So it's just basically kind of a cool history book, but it's still like, there's zombies and it's history. And so basically the Confederate wants to kind of not necessarily restart, but they want to get their land back from the North, and so it's like another Civil War is happening, but there's zombies and there's all this crap happening in America, and it just sounded really, really good because I'm a history nerd, and so I thought this was a really interesting kind of retake on the Civil War, and just I thought it'd be a very fun read. So yeah, Dread Nation. So the next book is Onyx and Ivory by Mindy Arnott, and this book follows, I believe her name is Trader Kate, or that's not her actual name is Kate, but her father assassinated the king, I believe, or the ruler of this fantasy world in this kingdom, and so she's called Trader Kate, and so she has to work kind of for the kingdom, and she's like the fastest and the best fighter and survivor and all that. So she kind of worked her way up, but she still is branded like a traitor. And one night, basically, or I should say at night, these like, I don't know what they're called, deadly flightless dragons, the night drakes, come out to hunt, and so she finds herself in basically walking into a scene where these night dragons basically just killed a bunch of people, but the Crown Prince is the only survivor. And so her and the Crown Prince, their fates and everything and their story just kind of get intertwined, and they have to basically just deal with everything that happened, and they go on an adventure. So that's what this is about, Onyx and Ivory. And basically the first review on the back kind of hooked me, so I'm going to read that for you. So it's, at once fresh, at once classic, Onyx and Ivory is a page-turning blend of monsters, magic, and romance. Monsters, magic, and romance, sign me up. Alrighty guys, so the next book is Furyborn, the Empyrean Trilogy, Book 1, and it is by Claire Leningrad. Leningrad, there you go. The world will fall and two queens will rise. So it basically tells the story of two different queens, like 1,000 years apart. So the first story follows Raël Dardanine, and her best friend is the prince, and so when assassins come and ambush him and take him, she has to go after him. But in saving the prince, she reveals that she has magic, and magic that's only supposed to belong to a queen. And so basically what she has to do is go through trials, and if she fails them, then she's going to die, and if she wins, I believe she becomes a queen. And so you follow her story, and then basically 1,000 years later, so the legend of Queen Raël is a fairy tale, and basically the second story follows Elena Faircora, and she is a bounty hunter because she has to protect her family. And she basically adopted all this violence and all that to survive. But then one day her mother goes missing, and she has to band together with rebels and basically go try to find her mom. And so it's telling two stories. I believe there's a Sun Queen and a Blood Queen. And I love fantasy, I love stories like this, and a bunch of booktubers were raving about this, so I figured I would pick it up and check out if it basically builds up to its hype. So, there we go. And the last hardcover, not last book, I bet you thought I was going to say last book. No, we still got a lot of books. But the last hardcover I actually got at Target, and it is Legendary, which is a Carvel novel, and it's by Stephanie Garber, and I started reading Carvel. I have not finished it. But I saw this, and honestly the cover is so beautiful, I just could not pick it up. So I don't really know what this is about because, here, I'll just read the slugline. So, a heart to protect, a debt to repay, a game to win. So I think this is continuing the story of the two sisters in Carvel, but I haven't finished it, so I don't really want to know a lot about this book. So if you want to check it out, go Google it. So, Legendary. The next book is Delirium, and it's by Lauren Oliver, and it's Dare to Love. So I used to be obsessed with this series, and honestly, this is a very controversial series. People either love it or hate it, but I happen to like the first book, but I don't really like the rest of the series. And honestly, they redid these covers, and it's so beautiful. I just could not resist it, and it's so shiny, and I love it. And so basically it follows Lena Holloway and a future United States where love is considered a disease, and you basically have a surgery, I believe, to get rid of love, eradicate love. And it's called The Cure, and it's a procedure. And basically you follow a girl who, of course, falls in love in a world where you're not supposed to fall in love, and love is bad. And so you follow her story, and I remember loving this when I was in 6th grade, so I just kind of wanted it for nostalgia, so I'll probably reread this soon. So yeah, Delirium by Lauren Oliver. So this book is Now I Rise by Kirsten White, and it says Demand the Crown. And this is the second book in the And I Darken. I believe it's just a duology right now. And so it's continuing the story of a retelling of Vlad the Impaler, except Vlad the Impaler is a girl. And so I got pretty far in that book, and I really enjoyed it, but I got really busy, so I had to put it down. But anyway, I'm going to finish that. And so I figured I would pick up the second book, because I know once I finish that book, I'm going to want the second book. So it's just a continuation of her story and the retelling of Vlad the Impaler. Okay, so this book is Heartless by Marissa Meyer, and this is by the same author of the Lunar Chronicles, and I got this at Target. And I saw a lot of booktubers that I really like raving about this, and so I wanted to check it out. So it basically follows the story of Catherine, and she's the most desired girl in Wonderland. So we get some Alice in Wonderland vibes in here. And the king is infatuated with her. Did I say that word right? Anyway, so the king wants to marry her, but she doesn't want to get married. She has her own plans. She wants to start a bakery. You heard me, a bakery. And so this is basically, she's expected to marry the king, but she doesn't want to, and so she meets a handsome and mysterious Jess. So you have her story gets intertwined, and all she wants to do is be a baker, but then all these guys are ruining it for her. So I'm real excited for this book. So yeah, Heartless. So this next book I picked up last second, and it's The Edge of Everything by Jeff Giles. So it follows this girl named Zoe, and she's 17. I just turned 17. And basically her father and her neighbors disappeared, and there was a big incident, and so her life is in shambles. And basically X is a bounty hunter, and he has to come to claim the soul of the guy who murdered her father and attacked her. And so, of course, X is not supposed to fall in love, and so there's like a little bit of forbidden romance, I believe, and it's basically about their stories intertwining and dealing with fate. So that's what The Edge of Everything is about, at least I think it is. The next book is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to take a lot of time to explain it, but it is A Study in Charlotte, and it's by Brittany Cavallaro, and it's a Sherlock Holmes novel. So this is a trilogy that's a retelling of Watson and Holmes, and I love Sherlock Holmes, sign me up. And so it's a retelling between a girl and a guy, of course, that's why it's Charlotte. And so it's basically just a retelling of the stories of Sherlock Holmes and his companion Watson. So yeah, the next book I picked up because if you live under a rock, you should know that The Kissing Booth is a new Netflix movie that has been taking the world by storm, at least here in the United States. It's a big deal. I've heard so many people, at least where I live, raving about this. And so Caitlin told me it was based on a book. So of course I did pick up the book. So I have The Kissing Booth by Beth Reckless, and basically it follows the story of a girl and her guy best friend, and they have rules to their friendship, and one of them is don't date each other's siblings. And what happens? She falls in love with she falls in love with her best friend's older brother. So it's about their story, the unfolding of that, and it's a really cool book, or at least the movie was about love and romance and guidelines to friendship. So The Kissing Booth. The next, I don't know if I could call this a book, but it's a poem book, and it's Light Filters in Poems by Caroline Kaufman, and I got it at Target, and it was 20% off, so it was a pretty good deal. And I basically was just scrolling through here while Caitlin was looking at this one poetry book she wanted, and I saw a lot of poems that I liked, so I picked it up. So yeah, this is a poetry book. The next book is definitely, I would consider probably a trashy YA contemporary novel, but I'm in the mood for kind of cringy summer contemporary romances right now, so I picked it up. So one book that I have seen circulating all the contemporary lists for books on BookTube and on Goodreads and all that is Anna and the French Kiss. So it's an international bestseller by Stephanie Perkins, and basically she goes to Paris for her senior year in a boarding school. And so of course, handsome Edene St. Clair quickly becomes her best friend. Unfortunately, he's taken, and Anna might be too. Will a year of romantic near misses end with the French kiss she's been waiting for? So, going abroad, hot guys, France. I love France, just ask me about Versailles. And so it had everything I wanted for a cute summer read, so I'm going to see if this lives up to all the hype that everybody talks about. So yeah. And then The French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. Okay, so this one I don't really know much about, but I can relate to this main character. So it's called Bookish Boyfriend, A Date with Darcy, and it's Pride and Prejudice. So of course I was in it, and it's contemporary. So basically, boys are so much better in books, and that's what Merle Campbell believes, that chivalry is dead, and it's way, just guys in real life are just not quite as they are good and like and nice as they are in books. And so I can relate to that because I'm really awkward about guys, and I would so take Mr. Darcy over any of the guys in my high school. And so that's really all I know about. But then she meets the brooding and complicated Monroe Stratsford, and basically he turns her world upside down and all her ideas about books and love and all that. So I'm here for it. So here we go. I'll let you know what I think about this. It has literally Pride and Prejudice on the title, like right there, so I had to buy this. The next book is one that me and Caitlin both wanted to read, and I had my eye on this book for a while, and it's called The Lifeguard, and it's by Deborah Blumenthal, and basically it's about a summer with this girl named Serena Shane, and basically her home life isn't that great, so she spends the summer at this beach, and there's a guy named Pilot. What a weird name, but it's okay. And he basically turns your world upside down, and I think it's about a romance, obviously, because it's contemporary romance. And I'm real excited because it's about, I don't know, a beach, a hot guy. What more could I want? Oh, the last book in this haul, yes, the last one, is When We Collide by Emery Lord, and it says, can you find yourself when you're falling apart? So I'm just going to read the back because I don't really know how I can explain this book and do it justice. Jonah never thought a girl like Vivi would come along. Vivi didn't know Jonah would light up her world. Neither of them expected a summer like this, a summer that would rewrite their futures. It is an unflinching story about new loves, old wounds, and forces beyond our control. Two teens find that when you collide with the right person at just the right time, it will change you forever. So I'm really excited for this book, and yeah. Okay, so that was my book haul, 17 books later. Happy birthday to me. Anyways, so remember to like and subscribe down below. Comment what you think about this video, any book recommendations, booktube, recommendations. I cannot speak. And so remember to hit the bell icon to be notified every time I upload a video. Check out my Instagram, kayla.rose_reads, for first looks, behind the scenes, and cool book posts. I don't really know what else to say, so bye guys!
Take me like I've been starving, kiss me without a warning. I don't care where I'm going, throw a dart at the map, 'cause I'm ready to be reckless. Care more so I could care less.